Working from home should make your job easier. No commute, no loud office, more control over your day. But for many remote workers, the opposite happens. Focus becomes harder, distractions appear everywhere. Your laptop is open, but your attention keeps leaking away. You do not have a motivation problem. Most people think the issue is discipline. They believe they just need to try harder to focus. But the real problem is attention friction inside your environment. Your home was never designed for focused work. It was designed for comfort, relaxation, and quick entertainment. Every notification, open tab, and background distraction slowly pulls your attention away from meaningful work. By the end of this video, you will have a simple system to reduce distractions when working from home. Not by forcing more discipline, but by changing how your work environment controls your attention. Most people try to fix focus by managing their time. But the real problem is managing attention. Many remote workers start their day by opening email, messaging apps, and project tools all at once. They believe this helps them stay organized. But the real issue is cognitive load. Every open tool competes for your attention. Your brain keeps scanning for new information. This creates what researchers call attention residue. Part of your mind stays attached to the last task while you attempt the next one. The result is slow thinking and shallow work. Most people think multitasking saves time. But the real problem is that switching tasks destroys focus. A better system is what many productivity researchers call attention gating. Instead of opening everything, you open only what your current task requires. Imagine a remote worker writing a report. Instead of opening email, chat, browser tabs, and task boards at the same time, they open only the document and the research needed for that task. Everything else stays closed. This simple rule removes dozens of micro distractions before they even begin. But here is the part most people miss. Even if you close distractions on your computer, your environment can still pull your attention away. Many remote workers sit in spaces designed for relaxation. Sofas, kitchen tables, rooms filled with personal distractions. Your brain associates these spaces with comfort instead of focus. Most people think productivity is about willpower. But the real problem is environment design. Behavioral psychology shows that our environment silently guides our behavior. When your workspace signals focus, your brain enters work mode faster. That means creating a clear physical boundary for work. Your workspace does not need to be large. It only needs to be consistent. A single desk, a specific chair. A defined area where only work happens. When you repeatedly work in the same place, your brain begins linking that space with concentration. Focus becomes easier because your environment triggers the habit automatically. But here is another mistake many remote workers make. They protect their workspace but ignore digital distractions. Notifications are one of the largest attention leaks in remote work. Every message alert forces your brain to switch context. Even if you ignore the message, your attention shifts for a moment. That moment breaks the flow state you were building. Most people think they should simply ignore notifications. But the real issue is that notifications exist at all. A better system is notification batching. Instead of reacting instantly to every message, remote workers create scheduled communication windows. 2 or 3 times per day they check email and messages. Outside those windows, notifications stay silent. This simple rule protects large blocks of uninterrupted focus. But here is the part most people miss. Even if you reduce notifications and clean your environment, your day can still feel scattered. Many remote workers begin their day without a clear structure. They open tasks randomly and react to whatever feels urgent. Most people think productivity requires a long task list. But the real problem is decision fatigue. Every time you ask, "What should I work on next?" you drain mental energy. A better system is pre-decided focus blocks. At the start of the day, you choose 2 or 3 high-value tasks. These become your focus blocks. During each block, you work on only one defined task. No switching, no browsing, no checking messages. This structure reduces cognitive load because your brain no longer debates what to do next. You simply execute the plan, Now let me show you what this looks like in real life. A remote worker starts their morning with a 90-minute focus block. Their only task is finishing a project proposal. Their email stays closed, notifications are off. Only the document and research tabs remain open. After that block, they take a short break and open their communication window. Messages get handled quickly, then they return to the next focus block. Instead of constant distraction, their day becomes structured around protected attention. But here is something important. Most people try this system for a few days and then stop using it. They believe the method failed, but the real problem is complexity. Many productivity systems collapse because they require too many rules. Too many tools, too much planning. Consistency requires simplicity. The system in this video works because it relies on 4 simple ideas. Protect your attention by closing unnecessary tools. Create a dedicated workspace for focus. Batch communication instead of reacting instantly. Plan a small number of deep work blocks each day. These 4 changes remove the majority of distractions remote workers face. But there is one more bottleneck many people do not notice. Even if you remove distractions and protect focus blocks, your week can still feel chaotic if your work lacks structure across multiple days. Remote workers often plan day by day. But without a weekly structure, priorities shift constantly. That is why the next useful improvement is learning how to plan your remote work week in a simple system that prevents chaos before it begins. Because when your week has structure, your days become much easier to focus on. Start by applying the attention system from this video. Protect your workspace, reduce digital noise, build daily focus blocks. Then fix the next layer of productivity by designing a simple weekly planning system that keeps your remote work organized before the week even begins. And that is exactly what the next video will help you do.